I was wrong. I really thought on the other day that Biden was gonna stay in this thing and gonna be there all the way. He had been so forceful about it. For one thing, it almost reminds me of the George Bush "read my lips, no new taxes," and then like a few moments later.
That's your example of like, I knew it wouldn't change. Because we did get new taxes.
No, well, no, it's my example of someone like saying I'm going to do a thing like very forcefully and clearly, and like I'm literally saying "read my lips," and then a week later it's like, well, actually, turns out that I'm not capable of running for president again. I'm good to run the place now, though. Don't worry about me. Wait, where have you been for 5 days? Don't worry about me. Someone sent a signed piece of paper that said, dude, we would be if our uncle or something like sent us a letter like that. If someone just showed up and was like, hey, your uncle's selling the place, just so you know, he signed here, we'd be like, I'm gonna need to see him. I don't know you. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hear from Uncle Bernie.
Wait, Uncle Bernie,
are you selling
81? Yeah, I need to see little.
You're telling me my Uncle Bernie, who's 81, is selling his house, and all I have to go on is this piece of paper signed by him. I don't know. I'm gonna need to see Uncle Bernie and hear from him about all this.
You got to get a look at Joe. I mean, he's just. I think he came out today, right? He was Burns handing around an airplane tarmac.
Was he?
I think. I don't think he's been seen for 5 days.
I'm definitely not saying it wrong. I was AFK all day.
Oh, okay. May have been an older video. I thought it was from today, but either way, I don't.
He did have dark hair.
He had dark hair. Not in the video I saw. He had white old man hair.
Hair. This is a step up. He barely has hair.
Yeah, but the thing about it, Kyle, is you've got a number of big against the odds predictions up in the air right now, and so losing this little minor one, not a big deal. You could still get the Trump call from like a year plus ago, I think, is when you made.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've got the Trump call down. Like the fact that they're just gonna choose Kamala to be the candidate. Coronate her, if you will. It's all over. Like it's all over. There's no way.
It is all over. Trump is getting butt fucked. He hasn't led a poll.
Butt fucking is it?
Yeah, I'll double you. How confident are you? Let's make it 200.
We can make it 200 because if you look on the like what are these polls? Because I saw the Reddit headline. 2 more
came out today.
I saw the Reddit headline like Kamala's leading in the national polls, and then I go right back to 538, and it's in so many pages of him.
That's interesting because on 538 they literally just like turned it off and said that they're not going to do it again until after the nomination. Did it change? Well, I'll go.
They turned polling off.
It says forecast suspended on 538.
Why did they do that?
Because they don't have a nominee for the Democratic Party.
Oh, I thought it was almost like foregone conclusion.
It is, but that's what the words say on 538.
Oh, she's the worst though. She's so much worse.
Dude, she is crushing it. She did a rally and they had to reschedule the rally to not reschedule, but move it to a place that could handle the bigger crowd. The crowd is going nuts, like a 2016 Trump crowd. She has this line that she keeps repeating about how, when she was a prosecutor, she took on these for-profit colleges that ripped off their students, and Donald Trump paid $25 million in fines for his rip-off for-profit college. When she was a prosecutor, she took on people who cheated the system for their own benefit. Donald Trump has 34 felony convictions for cheating the system for his own benefit. When she was a prosecutor, she took on, she specialized in sexual abusers, and Donald Trump has $100 million worth of fines for his sexual abuse convictions. She says, I know people like Donald Trump, and I've beaten people like Donald Trump before. And the crowd goes fucking ballistic. She's killing it. The internet's filled with coconuts because of her silly little coconuts thing. I don't know what. It's like they turned a negative to a positive because that coconut thing is objectively silly.
Don't even know what you're talking about. You really
you will. You're going to see coconut merch. You're going to see coconuts fucking everywhere. It means Kamala, and she is crushing it. And
rally. From like 4 or 6 hours ago.
Where it was, yeah.
I mean, it's like it's a pretty full high school gymnasium. Saying this is like on par with
mic drop.
Yeah,
actually, Trump's not
2016 Trump.
Right
2016 Trump was like fucking Metallica.
This week, he filled a sports stadium.
Listen, I'm telling the story. Stop it. It's not the way I want to.
Dude, they're trying so hard to make Kamala cool.
Did she flex on? Did she flex on all the marijuana prosecutions?
Trump. She's winning in every national poll right now. At least the new ones. If you drag out the ones that lasted like 2 weeks or the ones from before, she like was really the person, you know, because people were divided. Some wanted Kamala. Half dozens of us wanted Buttigieg. Some people wanted Cooper. Some people wanted Kelly. I forget the other names.
Whitmer.
Whitmer's a big one. Newsom's a big one. Yeah.
I'd rather have The Rock than some of those people.
Now, oh my gosh, dude, it's fucking Kamala crazy on the internet. And Donald Trump, he's hilarious to watch right now with his boomer Karen energy complaining. I'd like to see a manager. I want refunds on all the effort I put into Dark Brandon.
He's in his own universe.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not. You're in your own world on this.
You guys are in your own world. The Reuters poll. What Reuters is not like.
Well, you're fired up about it. That's all that matters.
Reuters is the like premier unbiased news organization, right? No one calls them biased except for fucking idiots.
Who?
And they said Kamala's leading in the polls right now. So I'm loving it. There's a whole new coat of paint on the Democrat. It has been no fun to be Team Blue for like 3 weeks. I'm trying to think. It started at debates, right? At the debates, Trump had a much better debate than Biden did. And then it was just all Trump all the time for 3 weeks, probably peaking at when he got his ear pierced by the fellow Republican, grabbed his high heels and ran off stage. But
let's see.
Then the best thing, like the first piece of good news for the Democratic team was when Trump took the stage and he had this meandering ramble, 90 minutes of debate.
And all those independent Democrats heard that and they were like, and then the Republicans heard it and they were like, I'm voting for a woman.
That was the first piece of good news that the Democrats had, Trump taking the stage.
You say that, but think about what you're saying. Why would that help the Democrats if Donald Trump has a bad speech? Who from the right is going to say it was anyone who's tuned in and watching 90 minutes of an RNC speech with Donald Trump? They're not looking to be swayed. They're members of the cult. They're in the choir.
There's hardly anyone looking to be swayed.
That was a long one. Can you believe?
When Trump gets the opportunity, this is like a State of the Union for a candidate, right? This is his opportunity to get some eyeballs on him. Democrats are watching him. I did. Republicans are watching him for sure. The idea that the only people watching him are unpersuadable.
It was 90 minutes.
Is off target. It was boring. It was the longest fucking speech in the history of any nomination for since the 60s ever. I don't know. It was terrible. It was long and it was meandering and it had all the energy of the Beach Boys singing California Girls for the 3,000th time. And it was all his same like complaints about elections being stolen and other random bullshit filled with lies, the standard Trump lies he always tells that aren't supposed to be lies, right? They're kind of like jokes, I think. Yeah, so Trump didn't do himself any favors at the RNC, and you can't find anyone who says he did. It has finally been fun.
Well, I'm glad you guys won. I'm happy for you.
I'm glad we went to 200. I'm psyched.
Yeah, I think I'm still pretty confident here. It just doesn't. I think she's got. Are you mad at me or something?
No, I'm not mad at all. I swear.
You're being rude.
That's probably true. Sorry.
You're like jumping in on the tail of like my words with are you like you want to fight or something.
I said me too. I mean, you said I'm glad. I said me too. That's kind of hitting it back. It's not
okay.
Jumping.
Well, I know it's been rough for you guys for a while. I think that Kamala is a terrible candidate. I think there's a reason that she got trounced in that primary process back in whatever year it was when her and Tulsi and Joe were on stage, and they're trying to see who's the most racist amongst those three. And Kamala's calling Joe a racist and Tulsi's calling Kamala a racist. And it's ridiculous. I don't think she's a good candidate. I see the framing from the left is that Donald is running from a debate with her or when they see that,
Lacey's done it.
Yeah. Or they made fun of, Trump's VP Vance because he said he was upset that he wasn't going to get to debate her. It's like, why are you making fun of him? He was going to debate her and now he's not. You're going to have this like really well-spoken guy talk to someone who has trouble with sentences and, talking to people. Every speech I've ever seen from her was pretty rough. I remember that Space Force addressal or whatever you want to call it. Like that was crazy.
Space affects us all.
I remember when she was talking there was a school bus behind her. I don't know who she was talking to. It's possible she was talking to like preschool kids. And if that's the case, then she nailed it.
No, that was MIT.
He's like, who doesn't love a big yellow school bus?
Dude, I think she's had some klutzy things. The coconut thing, which I'm sure you'll get exposed to soon, to me was lame. The montage of today unbeholden by
unburdened
tomorrow,
by
the fuck
today from yesterday's sorrows or some shit.
I get it. I don't like that one. I think she thinks it's clever, but I don't think you'll see her say it again. But today's thing, she's killed. People are taking snippets of it. They're going viral on the internet. Everyone's excited. Not everyone, of course.
She has bad cadence. Like the speeches I've watched from her cadence is very bad, and she puts the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable in the way she's speaking, and does a very insincere Hillary Clinton-esque panic laugh way too often. And so I agree that, dude, the Democrats have so many better people. And like Kamala, she just sucks. She doesn't inspire. There's a reason they kept her, under a blanket the past 4 years. She doesn't pull well with people.
She's been working on the border, Taylor. That was her.
I think what happens is the blue team is thirsty for someone, and they gave her Kamala, and they're excited. I agree that I don't know about the cadence thing. That's how I see Trump. Donald Trump is always doing this sing-songy, like wavy up and down cadence thing that I find unappealing, but some people love it. I can't ignore that. He's popular with less than half the nation, but almost half. But Kamala, I don't see the cadence thing. I do see the laugh thing. Trump's first nickname for her was Laughing Harris.
Laughing Kamala.
No, Laughing Harris. And I'm like, cackling Kamala was right there. Right. And he went with Laughing Harris. I think you're losing your branding, dude. But are
they going to debate? Or
Trump has twice said he doesn't want to. He thinks ABC's not fair, that he wants to have it on Fox. Fox, for the record, spent almost $1 billion in fines for lies on Trump's benefit. So like that's
CNN gave the questions to Hillary. And Trump went into the lion's den,
and it's not on
CNN.
It's ABC.
CNN. I know, but I'm just saying, like these Trump's had it the same. What Trump's been cheated through these things as well. And Trump did the last debate, like going into the lion's den in a format that we all sat here and we're like, oh my God, he's fucked, he's ruined. They're gonna make him actually talk. They're not gonna let him interrupt and joust. And he went in there and destroyed and won. And in the most landslided, lopsided presidential debate in presidential history. And he's like, all right, won that one. And they're like, hey, you beat our guy so bad he died almost. So we've got a backup guy, though. Don't worry. And same rules, right? He's like, no, now we'll come play at my house. Look, I like it. I don't think that it's him running away or being cowardice.
It's so weak. He wants to go to Fox News because he's scared of the rules he already agreed to. It looks like President Pussy Pants. Like I see that a lot from him, but he's just trying to get out of this.
Remember,
I'm not sure
they'll former president.
Oh, I'm sorry, former
Poopy Pants. Yeah, your visceral hatred of him is so boundless that like. I don't know if you can interpret anything he does without being very negative about it. Like
I hear you, but like to me, I'm seeing him for what he is, right? Like, dude, the Epstein phone logs didn't change anybody's mind. Like at this point, I keep saying it. Trump could child on Fifth Avenue and his supporters would still back him.
A Russian child?
Trump was like, he's gonna hand over Ukraine to Russia at this point, which I know Taylor likes, but it's against my moral code.
A lot of people do want us out of that war.
Yeah, I don't
for sure.
I don't like a lot of things about Trump, but I do absolutely despise all the things about the other side and a lot of the people who are so pretentiously like shoot him down and treat him like shit and call anyone who supports him a worthy of death loon who's a deplorable or whatever. Like the way they painted his supporters with one brush. And you're going to have a hard time getting me on board with a marijuana prosecutor who sent 1,500 people to prison for marijuana crimes. And then when when they asked her if she smoked marijuana, she giggled and laughed about it. Someone who had someone sitting on death row and had evidence that clearly they were innocent and waited till her hand was forced to let them out of prison.
I get you. I don't like that marijuana prosecution thing, but I mean, marijuana prosecution was like going away under Obama, and Trump brought it back. It's hard to consider that his strength.
It's what she does, though. It's her bread and butter. Like it was her thing. So it's a whole different scenario. And also, like Trump's if anything, he's sticking with his ideals with any sort of marijuana policy he has. He's fucking straight edge over there. I mean, he's got his cold pills, but he doesn't drink and he doesn't smoke weed. You know, he doesn't smoke weed. He's definitely not cool enough to smoke weed.
I think he doesn't smoke weed because he likes to look down on it. Maybe like that's my vibe for Trump. Like or maybe he does. I think it's maybe just straight edge, like a health thing, perhaps. I don't know. It's hard to see him as a health nut, but there's a reason he doesn't smoke and drink, and I just have to bundle marijuana into the same sort of line of thinking.
Maybe,
which is not a hate thing at all.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm concerned about Joe. Where is Joe? I want to know how he's doing and how he's running the country right now and keeping us all safe. How is the federal government being led by right now?
Dude, yeah, he hasn't been running the country for years, dude. Everyone knows this now.
I'm thrilled with the way the country's being run. Like, I genuinely am. I saw Pete Buttigieg tweet. So there was that freaking CrowdStrike thing, and Delta Airlines was having trouble. Buttigieg gets on the air. We have received reports of continued disruptions and unacceptable customer service conditions at Delta. Delta must provide prompt refunds to consumers who choose not to take rebooking, free rebooking for those who do, and timely reimbursements for food and hotel stays to consumers affected by these delays and cancellations, as well as adequate customer service. No one should be stranded at an airport overnight or stuck on hold for hours waiting to talk to a customer service agent. If any airline fails to honor its customer service requirements, let us know. He gives a URL to contact the government. This didn't exist before the Biden administration. Because they would just give you, they'd be like, sorry, I got canceled, not my fault. Have a fuck off and bite me. And that was the end of it. Or maybe they give you like free miles at best, some future flight, to get you to take their thing again, probably that you have to upgrade. Now, consumer service has been fixed at airlines. Airlines are the people who pay for their mistakes. That's how the country's being run.
Although all the airlines were all shut down at once, that's the whole reason that refunds were a problem. So like none of the planes were moving, but don't worry, we'll get you a refund on time and it'll be cash.
It didn't used to be. It used to be the consumers got screwed.
Oh, I'm aware. I remember when Biden signed the order or whatever. It's only been a couple months, it feels like.
This is like such it's a good thing, but it's the tiniest little thing to like hang your hat on as far as like how the country's going.
I'm looking for big policy, large things.
I like his infrastructure to be able.
I like his infrastructure stuff. I like his infrastructure stuff. Mm-hmm. I heard he did something about the fucking lead in the pipes, which it's like, why do we have fucking lead in our pipes in this country? God damn you people! Like, okay, maybe one less Spirit bomber. Okay, one less. And we fix all the lead in the pipes.
What's a Spirit bomber?
Probably some absurdly expensive military thing.
The B-2 Spirit, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. One less $100 billion, one less $1 billion plane. I think those are $2 billion. Jesus, I think those are $2 billion planes. The new ones, what is it, a B-21 or something like that? Jesus fucking Christ, get the lead out of the pipes. So like, I like to hear stuff like that. But I really don't like that border thing. When Hutch was like, some people think that they're just like bringing brown people in to like, be Democratic voters. Like it's a big conspiracy. And it's like, they are bringing brown people in to be Democratic voters. It's not even it's not a conspiracy theory.
It's conspiracy.
It's right before your eyes playing out, my friend.
What I don't like is that they had a bill to make it better, right? To get those asylum cases sorted out and to get them back on the other side of the border, and Trump stopped it. And
I read more about that, and it was like unpalatable what they were offering. It was like,
tell me what
you like the amount of people they were allowing in was thousands a day, and they were still not going to take any additional action until that number was exceeded. And it was like, as it was higher at sometimes than like the seasonal average. And so it was basically just saying things can continue on and we get what we want, and we'll still block you if you try and take action on this later. Like it wouldn't have delivered to him what he wanted, or to his voters what they wanted. Like people like me, we want the border shut down. We don't want 1,000 people to be able to enter a day. You have to deport illegals and shut the border. Like you're not a real country if you don't do stuff like this.
I'll tell you what gets me fired up. It's when I see those signs at the convention that say mass deportations now, and it's like, yes, I want you to hire 100,000 new people who are looking for them, who are digging them up, who are shipping them out. Put them in camps. Do we need to put them in camps first to organize them? And Put them in the
just put them on a bus down to fucking Mexico, and it's Mexico's problem. They've been facilitating so much of this for how many years? Fuck them for doing this.
I just have no. If they're here illegally, they should go. We should get them out. They should leave, and I'm just so for that, and it makes so much sense to me. When I hear Medicare for all, I'm like, fuck yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do it. All who though? What about those 11 million that just snuck in and the 20 million that were already here before that?
Oh, they already get free healthcare when they show up.
There's only hospitals. That's like 10% of our fucking population.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was all excited early. I wasn't mad at you. I wasn't.
Oh no, I was just baiting you.
Oh, well, congratulations. I am still.
See, that's how you back down, liberal.
Okay.
We win again. First time in a while, but
Wait, what did you win it?